a pen and paper because we're going to be talking all things the Uruguay residency today. Before we dive in, there are quite a few documents that are needed for the process of obtaining the Uruguay residency as a foreigner. And this video is going to be your guide to absolutely everything. Uruguay residency process itself leads directly into a permanent residency. There is currently no temporary resident option, which is amazing. However, it's important to note before we dive in, you are going to need to stay in Uruguay on the ground for anywhere from 6 to potentially even up to 9 months in order to obtain your residency in Uruguay. Now, you can technically leave the country a few times for a few days if you absolutely must. However, leaving the country during these months process is going to mean that your application could be further stalled. So if at all possible, I highly recommend staying in Uruguay until you have officially obtained your residency. And once you have obtained your residency, you will need to set foot in Uruguay once every 3 years. For the Uruguay residency process, there are 3 main components that you're going to need to collect and bring with you to Uruguay for the process. So let's dive into the first component. The first component, as is the case with most residencies, you are going to need to bring in a clean criminal record check. Now, if you have a small blip on this criminal record check, that may be something that my team may be able to help out with, so feel free to email if you are looking for someone to guide you along in this process. However, if you have a major misdemeanor on your criminal record, that could lead to potentially you not gaining your residency. But this is on a case-by-case basis, so of course, feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and we'd be more than happy to work with you in the process. Now, for this criminal background check, you are going to need a criminal record check at the national level from your home country and also from any country that you have resided in for over 180 days in the last 5 years. Once you have any and all of these criminal record checks, they will then need to be translated by an Uruguay translator, which my team can handle for you when you're on the ground in Uruguay. The second component you're going to need is a clean health check. Now, you will be doing a health check when you actually arrive in Uruguay, and my team will take you around and ensure that you get everything done in terms of the health check in one afternoon. There are a few moving pieces to this health check, so you're going to want to make sure that you go with somebody who understands the process and can guide you through each of these unique health checks in Uruguay. If you have a vaccination card from your home country as well, you're going to want to bring that with you to Uruguay to show that you have had certain vaccinations. And the third component that you're going to need is the income. With the Uruguay residency process, there is currently no minimum income that you need to meet. However, you do need to show that you have enough money coming into your accounts each month to sustain your life in Uruguay. The current minimum wage in Uruguay is around $550 each month. So you're going to want to show that you are able to have $550 or more deposited into your bank account in Uruguay each month. And yes, don't worry, you are able to obtain a bank account fairly easily without jumping through too many hoops in Uruguay. My team will set that up for you during the process so that you can live in Uruguay for these 6 to 9 months while you're waiting for your residency application to be approved. You can use your bank account, and then you will need to deposit that around $550 each month into your Uruguay account until you have obtained the residency. Once you have obtained the residency, you will no longer have to deposit that money into the account every single month. The next step that you will need, as again is the case with most residency applications, you will need your birth certificate from your home country. You will need to bring that with you to Uruguay and get it notarized by an official in Uruguay, which my team will handle for you as well. We also will give you, of course, the bank account, a SIM card, and a driver's license in Uruguay within this process, so you will be completely set up to go once you have obtained your permanent residence in Uruguay. If you have a business that is located in a country that is outside of Uruguay, you may need to get the business incorporation documents notarized in Uruguay as well. Of course, we can help you with this depending on your situation. However, it's important to note that you may need these documents, so ensure that you know where they are and that you can bring them digitally or physically into Uruguay. As you can see from this video, there are quite a few specific and nuanced documents that you will need to get in order to start the residency process for Uruguay. So if you have any questions and would like to work with a professional, feel free to reach out to me and my team, and we would be more than happy to guide you through that process in Uruguay. Now, there's a lot that we did not touch on in this video, and I will be making more Uruguay content in the future. So if you're interested in specific topics of Uruguay and the residency program, feel free to drop a comment below, and I will take that into consideration for my future videos on Uruguay. If you like this video, feel free to leave a comment below on other topics that you would like to see surrounding money, finance, taxes, residency, and general global citizen optimization. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you are interested in any and all of these topics that I just listed. Hit the bell notification, and I'll see you in the next video.